والله مش معروف لأنه كذا صاروخ هم. لا حاضر يقول لك
الحقيقة أنا سأوصف ما حدث وما شاهدت أنا بنفسي.
I will describe what I saw myself. I was in a surgery department and I had just finished a surgery. I was about to rest before my next surgery and suddenly we heard the sound of a huge explosion. In the beginning, we thought it is one of the explosions we hear all the time. We didn't think it was in the hospital. Then people came to the surgery department, screaming and yelling, asking us to save them, telling us that there are injured and dead people in the hospital. It was a shock for everyone. The hospital was full of dead people, injured people, and body parts everywhere. People were crying and screaming. We tried to give first aid, but there were more injuries than we could handle with our limited resources at the hospital. Many people were martyred. Some of them were alive. We saw them alive and breathing, but we could not do anything for them. They died in our arms and we saw them. There was no warning before. The hospital was targeted. There were about 3,000 people who were taking shelter here. While we were working at the hospital and without any warning, around 6:30 p.m., the hospital was targeted by shelling. We don't know what it was, but we found what it can do after it targeted children who were cut into pieces.
Hamas is responsible and should be held accountable for all civilian casualties. We saw the cost of this terrible war crime yesterday when a rocket fired by a Palestinian terrorist misfired and landed on a Palestinian hospital. The entire world was rightfully outraged, but this outrage should be directed not in Israel, but at the terrorists. As we proceed in this war, Israel will do everything it can to keep civilians out of harm's way We have asked them and will continue to ask them to move to safer areas. We'll continue to work with you, Mr. President, to assure that the minimal requirements are met, and we'll continue to work together to get our hostages out. Mr. President, the road to victory will be long and hard, but united in purpose and with a deep sense of justice and the unbreakable spirit of our soldiers and our people, Israel will prevail. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, thank you,